Just caught my GF cheating. What do I do now? Hey guys, this is my first time posting here. I normally don't post much of anything, but I just need to vent, and I lost all my friends to be with her. So for context, I've been with her for a year and 5 months. She was my first girlfriend, first kiss, and she took my virginity, and it's been really rocky ever since we hit 2 months, but we always tried to bounce back. She would ignore me, leave me hanging, lie to me constantly, ditch me for her friends, go party after I got ready to see her, etc. But I always loved her and would try to talk out our problems so we can go back to being happy. Right before we hit 6 months, she broke up with me and told me I was the best guy she ever met, blah, 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 but still broke up with me because she had too much going on. But I found her on Tinder 2 days later. This was early December of 2021. From then until early June of 2022, we were on and off 7 times, and she seemed to get worse and worse every time, even though she messed up and came back to me every time. We missed our anniversary in June, and that hit me pretty hard even when I was with someone else, my rebound ex, on that day. In August, we got back together after both rebounding and finding no success, and we had a talk about how we wanted this try to be the one that lasted. We planned on moving in together eventually and making our life together, getting married someday, and we even started arguing less and communicating a little more. After that, things started going pretty well for us. My 21st birthday was in October, and we had a 3-day getaway to a nearby city, and I even told her to invite her friends, which she did, and we had fun even though nothing went how I planned it. On November 6th, my dad committed unaliving, and she was by my side the whole time at the viewings, funeral, and even came to my house multiple times. She even met my extended family as I introduced her to them in good faith. A couple of days ago, I spent the night at her house and everything was great. We watched TV, cruised for a bit, had amazing sex, then went home and smoked a blunt before bed, although I usually don't smoke 420 or do substances, then went to bed. The next morning, yesterday, exactly 2 weeks after my dad died, while she was in the shower, my curiosity got the best of me because she went through my phone last year on Thanksgiving BC. I spent the night and fell asleep first, and she always had dudes I didn't know on the top of her Snapchat messages. What really set it off was that the day my dad died, we were on her couch and she got a Snapchat from a guy. I asked her who it was, and she said it was her annoying butt cousin trying to ask for some coke. Then she was showing me her Snapchat memories a few days ago, and I saw a bunch of nudes she never sent me. SWA went through her phone and it was horrible. Text conversations with over 20 men ranging back months. And that was just Snapchat. I didn't have time to look at everything, but I think it's safe to say she's been cheating on me the whole time we've been together, or at least since last December when she dumped me the first time. Maybe she didn't want to get caught, so she tried to leave before I found out. Either way, it broke me to see the intimate side of her that she kept away from me for 11 months, being handed out to every guy she knows. There were disgusting texts, DMs, nudes she had also sent to me, plans to meet up with them, etc. When I grabbed the phone, I was shaking, but after reading about 10 of the conversations, I stopped, took a deep breath, and started planning my next move. One of them was as recent as 2 hours before we met up the night before, and she initiated it. As soon as she got out of the shower, I confronted her about it, and she started crying and begging me to stay with her, promising me she'd stop and that she felt like poop, but the attention got to her. She has daddy issues and loves attention because she never had it as a kid, but I just don't get how that made sense. I fell in love with her since the day I met her, and she knows that. I dedicated all of my free time to her and back in made her riding my motorcycle when I wasn't with her. I asked her how she could do this to me, as I've literally always been there for her. I've even left my house at 2 a.m. to help her get her car home after hitting a curb with her friends, and missed work the day after to fix her tire. I lost my friends because I kept getting back together with her and canceled on them constantly to be with her. I chased and chased and chased, but somehow she liked other people's attention. I spoke to her gay best friend, and he says he didn't know, or he would have told me despite our differences, and he had told her before that if she ever effed up on me or anyone, he would tell them. I know that part is true because one day I made a joke about her cheating and she said, "F no, even if I wanted to, Jake, not his real name, would go tell you." He lives with her as he was kicked out of his home, and they both sleep in her bed, so I don't know if I believe it, but he seemed genuinely shocked and tried to comfort me, which was weird because he normally just walks past me or talks to her but ignores my presence. They say 67 of people who are cheated on stay and try to fix things, and a part of me wants to, but I feel like I would have to constantly have her within eyesight. 80 of people who cheat do it again. I still love her, and I was always raised with the mindset of fixing what I had rather than buying new when things break, and with how meaningful this time with her had been, even more so, but I feel so betrayed. I feel like this didn't mean anything to her. I know she does love me because her friends and parents wouldn't think so highly of me if she didn't tell them only good things about me, but she was raised around an older sister who does that constantly, and they hang out a lot to this day. I still feel strongly about her, but I don't think I could ever look at her the same as I did before. All I know is if I do get back with her, things are gonna change. I'm going to need her location. She's gonna delete everyone off her phone and show me her notes and galleries, so I know she didn't screenshot or type names or numbers to add them back. She's gonna add me to every private story. And if she changes her password, she's gonna give it to me. I love her, but she's effed with me too many times, and now that I know about all of this, it's much worse than I ever imagined, so I'm not gonna risk her playing me again. The only issue besides the obvious one is that she thought I was controlling for trying to keep her from drinking and smoking weed, and especially driving while doing that, so with these ground rules she'll probably get sick of it and leave again. But the good thing is, she's not as important to me anymore, so if that were to happen I wouldn't be as affected. In any case, I'll keep you all posted as we are going to talk tonight.